Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. So, if you're one of those focused learners who really wants to master the tools of tomorrow, you have definitely landed in the right spot. Today, we're diving straight into the Kaggle and Google 5-day AI course, specifically focusing on a step-by-step walkthrough of the CodeLab 1B workspace setup. Now, I know configuring a brand new dev environment isn't exactly the most thrilling part of coding, but trust me, getting this Google Antigravity ecosystem dialed in correctly right from the start is a total game changer. We're going to take those dry documentation pages and turn them into a clear, visual roadmap. All right, let's jump right in and get your AI Agent Command Center up and running flawlessly.
Okay, here's our roadmap for the setup today. First, prerequisites and overview. Then, workspace setup. Next, commands and scheduling, followed by external integrations. Then we'll hit IDE configuration, and finally, course badges. Section 1, prerequisites and ecosystem overview. Basically, before we can even open the front door of this software, we gotta make sure our foundational tools are ready to go.
So the system requirements here are actually pretty strict. You've got to use a Chrome browser, and you need your personal Gmail account to authenticate. As for your operating system, whether you're a Mac fan, a Windows Power user, or living in Linux, you are totally covered. But, and I literally cannot emphasize this enough, there is absolutely zero Android support. None. So if you're hoping to code on the go using your phone or an Android tablet, it's just not going to happen. You really need to be on a desktop or laptop environment for this.
Now, what exactly are we setting up? We're talking about Google Antigravity 2.0, and you really shouldn't think of this as just some basic code editor. It is a complete software ecosystem. Honestly, it acts as the ultimate command center for your AI agent. Once you have it installed, it doesn't just sit there passively. It actually automates your workflows and actively debugs your code. It's kind of like having a tireless digital co-pilot working right alongside you on your desktop.
Section 2, workspace and interface setup. Now that we know what powerhouse we're working with, let's actually launch the interface and get our project folders organized.
When you first boot up Antigravity, the interface is delightfully straightforward, but you do need to click things in the right sequence. First, hit New Project. This sets up the dedicated folder where your AI will actually write all its code. Next, you'll want to add or select a folder, like mapping it to a My Project folder right on your desktop or in your downloads. Step 3 is super important. You choose your processing mode. You can stick with default or kick it into turbo mode depending on what you need. Leave the project name exactly as is, click Create, and boom, you are ready to click Start First Conversation. It's a really logical click-by-click flow.
Section 3, commands and scheduling tools. Let's look at how we actually talk to this agent once that workspace is live.
So how do we get the AI to do stuff? Well, check out this / command, /browser find latest sports news. This brilliantly illustrates how you can instantly prompt the AI to step outside its internal knowledge base and pull in external, real-time info. If you type that exact prompt, the AI will shoot back the latest headlines for the FIFA World Cup or Major League Baseball. You don't even have to leave your workspace to go Google things. That / command basically turns your agent into an instant research assistant.
But it gets even better because you can also give the AI time-based recurring tasks. If you look over on the left side of your interface, you'll see a Schedule Tasks button. Click that, select New, and just name your task, maybe something like a recurring meeting reminder. Make sure it's mapped to your project folder, and then pick your frequency. You can do daily, hourly, whatever you need. Click Add Task, and the agent just quietly runs in the background, executing that task exactly on time. It is a ridiculously easy way to automate your workflow without needing to mess with complex server setups.
Section 4, external integrations and data. Let's shift gears and look at some slightly more advanced setups that let your AI connect seamlessly with the outside world.
To make those external connections happen, Antigravity uses what are called MCP servers, which stands for Model Context Protocol. Basically, think of these MCP servers as the crucial bridges that link your AI up to external databases, API files, and specialized apps. To get this going, you just head down to the bottom Settings menu, click Customize, and choose Add MCP. You'll see a whole list of servers you can hook into, like you could connect to GitLab Orbit, for example. Once that's installed and customized with your ID, your AI agent can natively interact with that specific environment. It completely breaks down the walls of your local machine. And as your AI is doing all this heavy lifting, fetching data, running schedules, pinging MCP servers, it generates these things called artifacts. Think of artifacts as the structural receipts of your AI's hard work. It's essentially the work document and proof of completion. Every single time you give it a prompt, the artifact stores the execution plan, a summary of how the task was handled, and a full walkthrough. So if you ever need to verify exactly how your AI solved a problem, you just check the artifact. It's crystal clear documentation, automatically generated.
Section 5. Advanced IDE Configuration and Skills. We're stepping into the most technical room of our tour now, looking at the integrated development environment layout and how to inject custom skills into your agent. To access the IDE, you just click Open IDE up in the top right of your screen. Sign in with your verified email, pick your visual theme, and you're in. The layout is incredibly intuitive and split into 3 distinct functional zones. On the extreme left, you've got your File Explorer for managing all your project files. The center is dominated by your code editor. It behaves a lot like VS Code, and it's where you or the AI actually write the scripts. And then, on the extreme right, you have the Agent panel. This is super cool because you receive parallel suggestions and prompts directly from the AI while you're working. It's a beautifully organized setup designed to keep you totally in the zone.
Now, while the IDE is where the work happens, skills are what elevate the quality of that work. You can think of skills as specialized knowledge upgrades for your agent. By injecting specific rule-based datasets into the AI, you're basically giving it the extra know-how it needs to pull off highly specific, complex tasks that it definitely wouldn't know how to do straight out of the box.
When you build or inject a skill, it's made up of a few specific components. The absolute core of it is the skill.file script that holds all the core logic. On top of that, you can add optional references and even visual assets like images or logos. But the flow is important here. When you prompt the agent, it always reviews the AI metadata and the core logic in that skill.file first before any of those optional assets are ever loaded into the workflow.
Section 6. Earning your course badges. All right, we've set up the workspace, scheduled commands, built bridges to external data, and explored the IDE. Let's wrap up by talking about the ultimate payoff for completing Lab 1B. Reaching the end of this lab actually unlocks some fantastic rewards. By getting through these steps, you earn digital badges, like the documentation badges, and a hands-on CLI or command line interface badge. You can actually grab up to 3 of these early badges and share them straight to X, LinkedIn, or Facebook right from the platform. But keep in mind the main prize, the final badge, is only awarded when you complete the ultimate capture project. Oh, and for the top performers, they have the chance to earn exclusive physical swag. The course isn't just handing those out to everyone, so it's definitely worth putting in the effort to get everything configured perfectly. We've gone through the entire blueprint today, from those strict browser prerequisites all the way up to injecting specialized skills and navigating the IDE. These tools are absolutely massive, but they really do require this structured, step-by-step setup to work their magic. So I leave you with this question. Is your workspace fully configured right now, and are you actually ready to claim that final capture project badge? Don't wait around. Get Antigravity open, apply these steps, and unlock your AI's true potential today. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy coding!